Trenuj w sprzęcie dla najlepszych. Wejdź na groundgame.com.
Vicente, give us the feel right now. This is like a big, important fight, right? I mean, what's the emotion like for you right now?
Man, I'm excited for a lot of things. It's a big fight. Chiesa is coming off great wins. I'm coming off great wins. None of us fought against Kamaru. So I think, if Kamaru keeps the title, it's possible that we could be a challenger if we have a great win, Saturday night. And we got the fans back. My first fight with the fans back, so I'm really excited for that. I know that I have this style that excites them, so I know everybody's going to be cheering when I'm fighting, and I'm excited. Overall, it's a great week.
Yeah, I thought about that with your style, especially right in front of the fans, and certainly it's going to bring it. I mean, does that really make a difference? We're trying to figure it out as we watch you guys. I mean, does that really make a difference with what happens in the cage?
I think it does. In my fights, it does, because during the fight I hear a lot of the crowd when they're there, and it kind of, when I'm doing something that excites them, it just gives me like more motivation at the moment. I don't know if it makes me have even more energy and just go and do what I do, fight the way I fight. But even though when I fought, I had 3 fights during the no crowds and over there in Vegas. And I still went in there and put on the action. So I don't know. I know that fans are watching at home, but having them in the crowd it's better. I could hear them, and after when I walk out, also I can have that connection with them. So it's great to have them there.
Talk about Chiesa as an opponent. I mean, obviously he's got a great grappling game. What do you see? Do you see him as a dangerous opponent? What do you see in him?
Yeah, he's definitely a dangerous opponent. I think that everybody knows, he's grappling and he's wrestling are at a very, very high level. Every single fight, even the ones, he couldn't win, usually he gets his opponents down. So that's something I've been working on. I know that this fight at some point probably is going to be on the ground, but I also have tools on the ground. I've shown them before, and I've been grappling since I'm 16 years old, so it's not something I'm uncomfortable with. But I'm definitely going to keep an eye for that. That's not what I'll be looking for in the fight. I think my biggest and strongest weapon is the striking. And it's going to be striker versus grappler. And I think it's going to be an exciting fight.
Nice. And last thing for me, I guess, you kind of started to lay out the case there. But do you feel this is a #1 contender fight? Because it could be, but there's a lot of names up there that all say they deserve a shot at the title, right? So do you feel this is a #1 contender fight? And why should you be the one that gets it over those other guys?
Yeah, I think it could be. I'm not saying it is going to be, but it definitely could be. And it depends a lot on how I get this win, and I got to get this win. So my focus, first of all, is beating Chiesa. He's a tough guy. He's coming off great wins. He's been looking good in this division. So I could fight for the title if I beat him and the way I beat him.
Just going off of that, there seems to be a new trend of guys who just kind of sit out and get a title shot based off their names. Is that frustrating for a fighter trying to climb their way up the rankings and fight those fights to see someone just get a title shot?
I don't know, man. It's I'm a guy. I try not to get frustrated with things, and whatever I cannot control, I don't think about much. So what I make sure is that I put on exciting fights, that I keep active and climb my way up. And it's been working. It has been a long way up to here, but I'm still young. I'm 29 years old. I've got time, and I got a lot of desire to fight, a lot of will to fight. So if it's going to take a little bit longer and somebody's going to, be in front of me and they're not fighting, they're not being active, I don't try to think about that. I try to think of what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in there, put on exciting fights, show the fans what I can do, and show the fans that I can be a champion, that I can be, a top contender.
Thank you.